Okay, guys, if you'd like to take your seats, please.
Si podéis sentaros, por favor.
Is there a microphone? Both sides, okay. The manager is here to take your questions ahead of tomorrow evening's game. If you'd like to put your hand up, we will bring a microphone to you.
Es la rueda de prensa para hacer las preguntas acerca del partido de mañana. Si queréis levantar la mano, os acercaremos el micrófono.
Okay, thank you.
Jose, could I just ask you thoughts ahead of this game and what you feel the importance is of it to yourself and to the football club?
¿Cuál crees que es la importancia de este partido para Celta y para vosotros mismos?
I think it's the same for both of us.
Creo que es
when somebody arrives in the semi-final wants to be in the final. That's normal. And Europa League is a long competition. A team to be in the quarter-final has to play the group phase, has to play 3 knockout phases, has to travel a lot. So when you arrive in the semi-final, you want to be in the final. Celta wants, we want.
Creo que es igual para los dos equipos. Alguien que llega a una semifinal quiere llegar a una final. La Europa League es una competición larga. Para llegar hasta aquí, cada equipo ha tenido que viajar muchísimo, ha tenido que pasar 3 fases eliminatorias y el Celta quiere llegar a la final y nosotros queremos llegar a la final.
Jose, can you just confirm which injured players are back and which ones are ruled out for tomorrow, please?
José, ¿podrías confirmar qué jugadores lesionados están de vuelta, por favor?
Smalling and Jones back, and Pogba.
Smalling, Jones y Pogba.
Good evening, Jose. And how timely is it for you and your squad to have those players available for you again?
¿Cuán importante es para vosotros y vuestro equipo tener esos jugadores disponibles?
In relation to the Europa League, it's very important. They come on time. We have 2 matches in 1 week against Celta. It's important to have everybody back. In relation to the Premier League, I think it's too late, because in the past months of April we played 9 matches, 7 of them in the Premier League, and we had too many problems. We had too many players absent. Because of that, we had players that had to play 750, 800 minutes of football, and we paid the price. We paid the price. We played against fresh teams, and we were in accumulation. In this moment, the perspective is different, because Europa League becomes even more important for us, and it's good to have 3 players back that give us more options.
En cuanto a la Europa League, llegan justo a tiempo, la verdad. Tenemos dos partidos en una semana. Es muy importante tenerlos de vuelta. En cuanto a la Premier, me temo que es demasiado tarde. En abril jugamos 9 partidos, 7 de ellos en la Premier League, y son demasiados problemas acumulados, demasiados jugadores ausentes, y a causa de eso hay jugadores que han estado jugando 750 o 800 minutos de fútbol durante este mes, y hemos pagado el precio contra equipos que venían muy frescos. En este momento la Europa League es definitivamente lo más importante y estamos muy agradecidos de tener a estos 3 jugadores de vuelta.
Jose, can you give us an update, please, on Bailly and Shaw and how they are and how Shaw has taken this latest setback? And also on Celta Vigo, can you specifically tell us what you're wary about with Celta Vigo?
¿Nos podrías dar, por favor, un avance de cómo han tomado Bailly y Shaw este revés para ellos? Y en cuanto al Celta, ¿qué es lo que esperas?
Bailly is ready to play. He's this kind of personality that he fights against every problem unless it's impossible. He's ready to play, and he's ready to play. Luke Shaw is injured, and this is an important injury, obviously. But we are still waiting for one more medical opinion for the medical department to decide what to do. But it doesn't matter what, he's out for the season. That's confirmed. Celta, for some reason, is here. It's so simple as that. You know, in a competition with so many teams, in a competition with a very good balance. Almost every team in the knockout phase was teams of the same level. They managed to be in the semi-final. I think it says everything, and because of their situation in La Liga, a situation comfortable, they managed also to think just about Europa League, to rest players, to be in the maximum of their condition. So difficult match for us.
Bailly está listo, es un luchador, lucha contra cualquier problema y no toma nada por hecho hasta que sea totalmente imposible. En cuanto a Shaw, tenemos que esperar, estamos esperando todavía una opinión médica y lo que es seguro es que se perderá el resto de la temporada. Celta, pues el Celta está aquí. Tenemos que ser equilibrados para haber pasado todas estas fases eliminatorias y el hecho de que Celta también esté aquí lo dice todo. Su situación en la Liga es mucho más cómoda. Pueden pensar solo en la Europa League. Los jugadores han podido descansar y eso marca una diferencia.
Señor Mourinho, cuando estaba usted en la época del Real Madrid, cuando usted estaba en España, el Celta acababa de retornar a Primera División. ¿Le sorprende la evolución del Celta y le preocupa que la presión recaiga sobre todo en el Manchester United y que el Celta se tome esto como una fiesta para disfrutar?
So when you were here in Real Madrid, Celta just came up to the First Division. Do you think that would endanger your players' motivation to think that this is an easy match and that they can just come here and enjoy it?
Si fuera para disfrutar, no hubieran perdido 3-0 contra el Bilbao y no hubieran jugado con el segundo equipo y no hubieran estado a perder 2-0 y a cambiar a UAS. Yo no creo que están para disfrutar, yo creo que están para ganar. Desde que se han calificado para semifinal, que han perdido 3 partidos de liga. 2 de ellos han jugado con segundo equipo. Último partido que han jugado ha sido en Sevilla 8 días atrás. No creo que están para disfrutar, creo que están para ganar. Igual que nosotros.
I don't think they came. They're going to come to enjoy the match. If that were the case, they wouldn't have played with the second team against Bilbao and lost 3-0. They have come to win. Since they know of the semi-finals, they've lost 2 matches and they've played with theirs. 3 matches, sorry, and they've played with their second teams. So I think it's very clear they have come to win.
Hola, just want to know, how does it feel to be back in Spain?
José Mourinho, ¿cómo se siente estar de nuevo en España?
Normal, bien, pero no son partidos fáciles, son buenos equipos. Es el Celta, podría ser el Sevilla, el Villarreal o alguna de las que todavía está en la Champions. No hay partidos fáciles, los equipos son buenos, las aficiones son fuertes, pero yo bien, tranquilo, y además portugueses en Galicia nos sentimos, no sabemos muy bien dónde estamos, si estamos en casa, si estamos ya en España. Es un sentimiento bueno, positivo. Voy a poder disfrutar con la cena seguramente, porque seguramente vamos a comer cosas que nos gusta y que echamos de menos. Pero mañana es trabajo, no es placer, es trabajo. Y como decía antes, el Celta está para ganar y nosotros igual, porque nos ha costado mucho llegar aquí. Para llegarnos aquí hemos tenido una Premier League todavía más difícil de lo que es, y por eso vamos con todo. Sabemos que es difícil, pero yo pienso que el Celta también sabe que no es fácil para ellos.
So I feel great. I feel good, normal, but it's not easy. It's these are good teams. It could have been Sevilla, it could have been Villarreal, or other teams who are playing the Champions League currently. And there's no such thing as an easy match. Both supporters on both sides are strong as well. And I feel good. I feel relaxed. For Portuguese people, being in Galicia is kind of strange. We don't know if we're back at home or not. We don't know quite how to feel. But I will surely enjoy the dinner. I'm sure we're going to have great food. But tomorrow it's work. And Celta has come here to win. So have we. We've had to struggle in the Premier League much harder. It's been complicated, but we have both come to win.
Okay, last 2 questions, one there and one at the back.
Jose, one matter was back on the bench at the weekend. How much of a gamble would it be to potentially start with him tomorrow, given he's been out for, I think, 6 weeks? And also, what kind of achievement would it be to take this team to the final of the Europa League, given all the problems you've faced in terms of fixture overload and also the injuries as well this season?
2 preguntas en una. ¿Cómo de peligroso sería alinear a Mata mañana sabiendo que ha estado en el banquillo? Y segunda pregunta, ¿cómo de importante sería ganar la Europa League con la temporada que habéis tenido con todas las lesiones? ¿Cuán importante sería eso para vosotros?
Mata was injured for a while, but he's ready to play. He's experienced. He's one of the few players that played European semi-finals and finals, so it's nothing new for him. The only risk is that probably he cannot play 90 minutes, but that's the risk of, if he starts, doesn't finish the game. If he comes from the bench, no problem for him to play. So he's selected and he can perfectly play tomorrow. The achievement, I don't think too much about the achievement. I know that it's the only competition that Manchester United as a club never won it, and it would be great to close the circle and say we are a club that won every single competition in the football world. Thinking about us as a team, I think would be a good achievement with so many problems we had, and would allow us to be back to Champions League next season. So we have to try. That's Europa League become for us now more important, and of course depends on the result, depends on the way we analyze the situation tomorrow after the match. But if we have to rest players next weekend, we are going to do that.
Mata ha estado de baja varias semanas, pero está listo para jugar. Tiene experiencia, es uno de los pocos que tiene experiencia en jugar semifinales europeas, finales europeas. El único riesgo sería a lo mejor esperar de él que jugara los 90 minutos, pero si sale del banquillo no veo ningún problema. Está seleccionado. En cuanto a la importancia de ganar la Europa League, sería todo un acontecimiento. No pienso mucho sobre ello. Manchester United es el único título que no tiene, y creo que sería un éxito total decir que tiene todos los títulos posibles que se pueden conseguir. Así que yo creo que es bueno. Y además de tener el regalo añadido de tener el acceso a la Champions League el año que viene. De hecho, lo vamos a intentar claramente. Y la Europa League se ha convertido en un trofeo importante para nosotros, por supuesto. Dependerá realmente el resultado de mañana el análisis que hagamos para la vuelta después del partido.
Okay, last question.
El otro día hacía públicas unas declaraciones en las que comentaba que para el partido de Premier a lo mejor alineaba a los juveniles. Después de recuperar estos últimos 3 jugadores, ¿sigue pensando lo mismo?
So you commented last week that for this match, due to all the injuries, you might bring in some of the youth of Manchester United. Having recovered 3 players, are you still thinking of going ahead with that?
Yo he dicho en relación a una hipotética final, y obviamente es prematuro estar hablando de final cuando el Celta tiene 50% de posibilidades de estar en final. Pero sabiendo que el partido de Liga es el domingo antes de la hipotética final, si jugamos la final el miércoles, el domingo los jugadores que juegan la final no van a jugar, eso es seguro. Pero es una situación puramente hipotética porque, repito, 2 partidos para ver quién jugará la final.
We're talking hypothetically here. I was speaking hypothetically when I say it. I think it's, and I especially had the final of the Europa League in mind when I said it. But of course, it's way too early to say about anything about that because we have a 50% chance of getting through. So does Celta. Of course, if we play the final, the players who play the final, the hypothetical final, they would not be selected to play the Sunday before the final. But that's it. That's that.
Okay, guys. Thank you.
Gracias.